Coach mentioned that, last year he was looking for maybe somebody to give you a breather every now and then, and he feels like maybe Jerry's going to be the guy to be able to do that. Is that something that you look forward to too? Maybe every once in a while come out of the game, get a breather, or especially maybe if you're a little banged up, that type of thing?
Most definitely. I think Jerry's coming a long way from freshman year. He's learned a lot. He's improving from day to day. I think he can bring the tenacity as if I was on the field. So I think all the B-backs can do the same way, but just having an option to actually get out and we still be okay is definitely something to look forward to.
How do you feel after getting that 1 year under your belt now, and do you face the season any different than you did last year?
Most definitely. I have a different mindset, a different playing style. I'm trying to change up a lot of things that I did last year, running wise, physical wise, power wise, even working out wise. Trying to improve myself so I can be more of a all around B-back and more of a impact to the team rather than just being that power back that we used to.
You were, the hunter last year. You're behind Diedrich last spring, and then now you're the hunted guy, the older guy with all the experience. Kind of what's the difference there for you in terms of your approach?
I practice as if I'm not going to be the starter tomorrow. In my mind, I think every position is up for grabs right now. Quarterback, running back, A-back, any position is up for grabs. I believe anybody can play now that we got a fresh team coming in, for a lot of freshmen that's coming up, a lot of new people, new faces, new people. So I take the challenge on. It's going to be an interesting thing, but I believe whoever starts is going to be impact. So
you mentioned maybe a different approach in some areas, working out on the field, those kind of things. Is there something that you learned last year that you feel like you're able to really implement this
year? A lot. Just looking over tapes and a lot of old games, I can see a lot of flaws in not just my game, just the offense, period. So trying to correct them flaws, trying to become a better team as a whole, that's something we got to really impact this year. People know what we coming with this year. We're not really sneaking up on anybody. So I think they preparing to stop the option, they preparing to stop the run game, and they know we struggle sometimes with passing. So we just got to upgrade with all them type of areas, and I think we can do good this year.
What are some flaws that you saw in your game that you want to make sure you're better at?
A lot of things I can do better is vision, footwork, a lot of things, I've been hit and not going to the ground easily, just overall, just playing the game, being a student rather than just a player, trying to mix the both educated side and the physical side, being that runner, no more getting caught from behind, no more doing little things, to make me a better player.
Was there a game or two where you really felt that and go back and looking like, wow?
Yeah, one game that kind of stood out to me was Clemson game, struggled, coming out with the ball security.
Right.
And, we didn't really get too much of a run game, and when we did, it's kind of a, getting caught from behind or not getting as much as we could, and we're a running team, so we gotta do much better. Teams like Duke, teams that on paper we should beat, we gotta be able to come out sooner, and I gotta be able to produce from game. We can't come from having a 140-yard game to a 26-yard game. That's kind of how it goes.
Coming into spring practice, with the new defense, one of the words we hear a lot is excitement. Players are excited, coaches, so on and so forth. What did you see from the defense on Saturday?
They move around a lot. They are ready to play. I see a lot of potential out there on the defense, knowing that we got a lot of players that left on the defensive side, main players. We have a lot of young faces out there that's ready to play, And the old heads that's coming back, they're just leading the ropes. I believe this new defensive coordinator is pretty good. He's taking a risk, with these guys, but I believe they can do it. From what I seen on Saturday, I think I have something to look forward to during the season. I think we're going to be a new team, an impacted team.
You mentioned vision. What percentage of that is instinct, and how much of that is what you do in the film room, look at, learning plays, watching film?
Yeah, most of my vision last year was going off playing. I go from practice to practice, just trying to figure out what team going to do, but you can never really get the same intensity as if you're in the game. So just looking back at so many things I could have did better if I hit this hole a different way or if I ran this different way. And that's just, like I said, being a player of the game, studying tape, studying people, studying coaches, figure out why they do what they do. And, so by doing that, I can learn be able to bring it out to the field, you know, be a better, like I said, better running back overall. And I believe all of us can do the same, you know. You can see so many flaws that we think we're not doing in the game, but if you look on tape, it's like, it's there. So.